You think you're in control of your choices, your likes, your yes and no. But what if I told you that confidence, that craving, that second date you never meant to agree to? It was all psychological strategy, not magic, not manipulation, just science. And today, you're learning the playbook because in the next 20 minutes, you'll unlock 19 psychological tricks that don't just work, they work on you every single day. These aren't theories, they're tested, peer-reviewed, FBI negotiator approved. These aren't just clever tricks, they already shape your reality. And once you see them, you'll never unsee them again. Stick around till the end. Trick number 17 is so subtle, it literally changes what people remember. Ready? Let's start with where all influence begins. Human connection. Ever met someone and just felt instantly comfortable around them? Like, I don't even know you yet, but I already kind of trust you? Yeah, that's not fate, that's psychology. And it starts with the brain's oldest social shortcut. Trick number 1, the mirror reflex. We're wired to trust what feels familiar, so when someone mirrors your tone, posture, or gestures, your brain basically goes, hey, they get me. It's called the chameleon effect, and it's not just some pop psych TikTok tip. In a 1999 study, people were more likely to help strangers who mirrored them, even down to hand movements. So, next time you're in a room with someone you need on your side, mirror. Just a little. Lean in when they do. Match their rhythm, not copy-paste, just sync. Your brain sees safety, they feel connection. No words needed. Want to know the most powerful word in the English language? It's not love, it's not free, it's your name. Trick number 2, name equals to dopamine. Saying someone's name makes them feel seen, and we're all addicted to that. Brain scans show name recognition lights up the same areas as food, money, even romantic pleasure. But here's the deal. You gotta mean it. Say it like a human, not like a salesman. Thanks, Sam. I really appreciated that. What do you think, Marcus? Not overdone, just honest. Drop the name at the end of the sentence. That's when it lands hardest. Now let's flip it. Ever felt like the whole room is watching you? Yeah. That awkward inner monologue? That's your brain glitching. Trick number 3, the spotlight lie. The spotlight effect is a brain bias where we overestimate how much people notice us. But guess what? They're not. They're thinking about themselves. Just like you are. You think your stutter ruined your pitch. They're wondering if they have food in their teeth. Whenever you feel like you're under a microscope, flip the script. They're not looking at me, they're looking at themselves through me. Instant confidence. You're welcome. Okay, now we get dangerous. You want someone to give you a raise, a discount, the truth? Here's what you do. Ask the question, then say nothing. Trick number 4, the power pause. Silence is pressure. Unspoken pressure. FBI negotiators use it all the time. Why? Because the human brain hates an open loop. We want to fill the silence, any silence, with closure, which usually means truth or compliance. Would you consider waiving that fee? Let it hang. First person to talk loses. So now you're charming, confident, quietly persuasive, but that's just surface level. Next, we go deep, because most of your decisions, they don't start in your mouth. They start before you even know you're choosing. Welcome to the mental back doors, where choices are shaped before you think. Ever order something and wonder, did I really want that or was I just nudged? Yeah, that's priming, and it's sneaky as hell. Trick number 5, priming, the invisible influence. You're in a store. French music plays softly. You suddenly crave Bordeaux over Budweiser. That's not taste. That's psychology. Priming means your brain gets warmed up with tiny cues, colors, sounds, smells, and those cues steer your decisions. It's like your subconscious gets a text message. before you do. Study shows, set your Zoom background to something organized, and boom, people think you've got your life together. Put a motivational quote near your desk, and suddenly, you act more focused. We reflect what we absorb. Design your space. Shape your mind. Okay, next one's classic. Want to get someone to say yes to a big ask? Start tiny. Trick number 6, foot in the door, the commitment snowball. You ask for something small. Can I send you a quick idea? They say yes. Now they're invested. Saying yes again? Feels natural. That's the foot in the door effect. Because saying yes once makes the next yes feel consistent. Study shows, in one experiment, people who agreed to put a sticker in their window were way more likely to later install a huge drive safe sign on their lawn. It's called psychological momentum. Ask for something small, a quick opinion, a tiny task. Once they say yes, the brain wants to stay consistent. So when you ask for something bigger, they're more likely to agree. It's not manipulation, it's behavioral psychology. Start small, build trust, then go bigger. All right, tell me if this sounds familiar. You see a $179 price tag and think, wow, that's a deal. But why? Trick number 7, anchoring. The first number wins. Your brain grabs onto the first number it sees. So if the price starts at $4.99, then suddenly $179 feels like a deal, even if it's only worth $40. That first number, it frames everything after it. And your logic? Yeah. It gets a little blurry. Try this. Set your highest package first. If you're selling anything, it makes your mid-tier look reasonable, even cheap. When negotiating, speak the first number. Why? Because the first number becomes the anchor, the baseline. It shapes everything that comes after. First number wins the frame. Control the anchor, guide the outcome. You like having options, right? Wrong. You like the illusion of options. Trick number 8, the illusion of choice. Control theater. Coke. Diet Coke. 0 sugar, different colors, same brand. We think we're choosing freely. But our choices were pre-framed, pre-stacked, pre-sold. Humans crave control, so we're given fake choices that lead to the same outcome. Try this. Offer 3 options. Basic, Pro, Premium. Make Pro feel like the smart choice. Not too cheap, not too extra. Just right. Most people pick it and feel clever for doing so. You didn't force them, you framed it. Choice is power. Framing is how you shape it. Same data, different vibe. That's the power of framing. Trick number 9, the framing effect. Language equals perception. Say 90% survival rate, and people relax. Say 10% death rate, and panic. Same info, different emotion. Study shows in healthcare trials, people were more likely to opt in when outcomes were framed positively. Words don't just describe reality, they bend it. Try this. Don't say you'll lose 100. Say you'll keep 900. Same math, totally different brain reaction. So now you know how people shape your decisions before you even blink. They anchor, they frame, they prime, and your brain, it eats it up. But let's crank it up, because next we're diving into the real heavy hitters. The emotional triggers that bypass logic entirely. Think urgency, scarcity, manipulation masked as kindness. Let's go there. You weren't planning to buy it or click it or say yes to it, but then you saw that little line, only 2 left, and suddenly your brain whispered, what if I miss it? Welcome to Emotional Hacking 101. Trick number 10, scarcity. Want what you can't have. Study shows when cookies were placed in 2 jars, one full, one with just 2 cookies, people consistently rated the scarce jar as better tasting, even though the cookies were identical. Scarcity creates urgency, urgency creates impulse. Your brain thinks if it's rare, it must be valuable. And if it's about to disappear, better grab it now. Real-life play, flash sales, limited drops. Only 5 left in stock. It's not pressure, it's FOMO warfare. All right, next up. This one's old school. Want to get someone to say yes? Give them something first. Trick number 11, reciprocity, the guilt lever. Your brain has a hardwired rule. If someone gives me something, I gotta give back. This is reciprocity, and it's ancient. Study shows in one restaurant, waiters gave diners a mint with the bill. Tips jumped by 3%. Add 2 mints, tips shot up by 14%. Why? Because free stuff equals emotional debt. Real-world play. Give value first. Help before asking. Offer insight, not demand attention. People want to return the favor, even if they don't realize it. Now let's talk about truth's evil twin, emotional validation. Just because it feels right doesn't mean it is right. Trick number 12, emotional reasoning. Feels equals facts. This is when your brain confuses emotion with truth. I feel scared, so this must be dangerous. I feel bad, so I must have done something wrong. Cognitive distortions 101. It's why manipulators twist feelings into guilt. Why gaslighters say you're too sensitive. Why you second-guess decisions you were proud of, just because someone disapproved. Mental hack, check your emotions, but don't crown them king. Ask, is this true? Not just, how do I feel about it? Ever go along with something even though your gut said, this feels off. Blame the tribe. Trick number 13, social proof. Everyone's doing it, so you should too. You see one person running, it's curiosity. You see 10 people running, you run too. That's social proof, the brain shortcut that says, if others trust it, I probably should too. Examples, 5-star reviews, bestseller badges, standing ovations, viral posts. The more visible the crowd, the more persuasive the idea. Hack it ethically. Show proof. Use testimonials. Let others speak for you. People believe people, not products. This last one, it's not fun, but it's real. The dark side of emotional manipulation has a name. Trick number 14, gaslighting. Rewrite their reality. Gaslighting is when someone makes you doubt your own memory, sanity, or emotions. You're overreacting. That never happened. You're imagining things. It's a control tactic, not a disagreement, not just being sensitive. Psychology says repeated gaslighting literally reshapes the victim's reality, leading to confusion, anxiety, even trauma. Spot it by pattern. Do you feel like you're always apologizing, second-guessing yourself, losing confidence? That's not love. That's psychological warfare. Call it, name it, reclaim your mind. So here's the thing. Your brain wants to trust, wants to belong, wants to feel safe. And that's what makes emotional tricks so powerful. But what about the stuff you never say? The stuff you show, with your hands, eyes, posture, silence. Up next, the body language loophole, where your body speaks louder than your words. Let's decode it. You can say all the right things, but if your face twitches, or your feet back up, or your voice cracks at the wrong syllable, people notice, even if they don't know why, because the body always tells the truth. Trick number 15, power posture. Your body cheats your brain. Stand tall, shoulders back, chin neutral, no slouch, no fidgeting. That's not just posture, it's programming. A study by Harvard professor Amy Cuddy found that just 2 minutes of power posing increased testosterone and decreased cortisol. Translation, you feel bolder, sharper, more in control. Even if you're faking it, your brain gets the message, we're the boss. Try this before a job interview, a pitch, a first date. Pose first. Walk slow. Own space. You don't just look confident, you feel it. Want instant trust? Match their vibe, without a word. Trick number 16, open body equals open mind. If your arms are crossed, your legs turned away, or you're fidgeting with your phone, guess what? You're broadcasting, I'm not open, I'm not interested, I don't trust you. Open palms, uncrossed arms, lean slightly in. Keep your eyes relaxed, not locked. Try this. When making a request or pitching an idea, keep your body language open. Their brain mirrors yours. You act relaxed, they feel relaxed. You open up, they open up. Most people miss this one because it happens in milliseconds. But if you catch it, you catch everything. Trick number 17, microexpressions. The brain's truth leaks. Microexpressions are tiny, involuntary facial movements. They reveal what someone really feels, even if their words say otherwise. Think. Eyebrows shoot up, surprise, lip tighten, anger, quick eye dart, uncertainty, maybe even deception. Paul Ekman's research showed that trained observers could spot lies, fear, disgust, all in half-a-second flashes. Try this. When someone says, I'm fine, watch their eyes, their mouth, their posture, because sometimes I'm fine really means I'm falling apart. Because sometimes the truth leaks out in a flicker of the face, a twitch, a blink, a glance that lasts just a beat too long. But if you really want to know where connection lives, look them in the eyes. Trick number 18, eye contact ratio. 70% connection, 30% escape. Too much eye contact? Feels aggressive. Too little? Feels shady. But get the ratio right, and it's magic. Studies suggest 70% eye contact while listening and 30 to 50% while speaking creates the highest sense of trust and comfort. Why? Because we don't just listen with our ears, we read people through their eyes. Try this. Break eye contact just before you say something powerful. That moment of shift makes people chase your next word. This last one, it's quiet, but deadly. Trick number 19, the silent stare. Let the tension talk. Ask a hard question, then shut up. Let the silence breathe. Let your eye contact speak louder than words. The discomfort does the work. People rush to fill silence with justification, honesty, truth they didn't mean to share. It's used in therapy, in interrogation rooms, and, yep, in negotiation too. Use it when calling someone out, asking for something serious, waiting for a decision. Don't break the stare. Don't save them. Let them sweat.
So here's the bottom line. You don't need to manipulate. You don't need to overpower. You just need to understand the code. Because psychology is everywhere. In your words, in your pauses, in your smile, and in the way you read a room. These 19 tricks, they're not cheats, they're tools. Tools to make you sharper, harder to manipulate, and way more aware of how the game is played. Your mind was never the problem. You just needed the manual. This is InnerVerse. If this sparked something, share it, like it, drop a comment, or just send it to someone who gets you. Because the more minds we wake up, the better the world gets.